Good morning, I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio with a Monday, September 16th edition of the Morning Pulse. A Nebraska police sergeant was hospitalized after being barricaded. Good morning, I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio with a Monday, September 16th edition of the Morning Pulse. A Nebraska police sergeant was hospitalized after a barricaded suspect incident occurred over the weekend. Alliance police were dispatched for a disturbance call late Sunday morning on a report of a suspect that was cursing, screaming, and upon arrival refused to talk to law enforcement. According to a press release from the Alliance Police Department, the suspect's mother reported a history of mental illness. Officers attempted to talk to the individual, but things escalated when he picked up a piece of wood and threw it at a sergeant, fracturing his leg. Police attempted to use a taser to stop the individual, but it had little effect. The suspect was later apprehended without further incident and lodged in the Box Butte County Jail and will face multiple charges for assaulting his mother, officers, and resisting arrest. The sergeant was transported to the General Hospital to be treated for his injuries. In other news out of the past weekend, also we had Sandhills fire crews responding to reports of a black diamond fire southwest of Thedford. According to a social media post, the fire was reported Saturday early afternoon. Upon arrival, crews noticed the active fire was spreading north. Additional crews from the Sandhills were summoned and the fire was contained a few hours later, but claimed nearly 140 acres of land in the process. From freshman to freshman touchdowns to another near shutdown performance by the Blackshirts, the Huskers handled Northern Iowa off the weekend to finish off a non-conference slate 3-0. This is the best start for the Big Red since they went 3-0 back in 2016. That also marked the last time they beat a top 25 team. They'll get their first chance to try and break that drought this coming week. Meanwhile, in the latest top 25 AP poll, Nebraska moves up one spot to 22nd in the country. The Huskers' first Big Ten opponent, Illinois, enters the top 25 rankings at 24th. Friday night's game will be the first top 25 game at Memorial Stadium within 11 years. And the White House is trying to tackle the latest heat wave sweeping the U.S. More than 100 people gathered to discuss the high temps and how to tackle them. Some of the solutions include giving first responders more resources and improving infrastructure to combat the heat. So many heat records were broken this summer. Some scientists say that 2024 could be the hottest year in history. And before we go, a quick preview of what's coming today on News 2. The community of Sutherland awarded some grants. We'll discuss those in greater detail tonight at 6 and 10. Also have a recap of the Nebraska International Pour the Plains board meeting set for this afternoon and the Lincoln County Commissioners going on as we speak as well. For now, let's round out a Monday edition of the Morning Pulse with a check of the 7-day forecast. Another hot one in store for us today. Looks like we may have some break from that later on in the week, extending into the weekend.